Let's get nuts. Buzz. Ah.
This is Dan from Action Figure Magic, and we have a NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon figure. This is one I've been looking forward to for quite some time. This is Wingnut and Screwloose. He is a bat. He is, dare I say, a Batman, probably very much inspired by him. And then his mosquito friend, a little bloodsucker of a pal. These are the alien mutants. We've got the bat, we've got the mosquito. They are absolutely amazing. Here's a quick look at the box and what to expect. And then on the back, in this wave, they had some really amazing figures for any of the original Playmates collectors out there. These figures are pretty much ones you're going to want to get. And what I really like about this particular figure is the original Playmates Wingnut figure was one of my all-time favorites. So I was very excited to get this one. And the guy is gigantic. This box is huge. So for comparison, here is the original Wingnut figure. I do not have his wings anymore or his little screw-loose, immovable, non-articulated figure he came with. But look at some of the changes. The feet are much more claw-like now. They look more like feet versus the talons on them. The face, incredible sculpt on the original versus now the NECA one is a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more cartoonish. Both of them are amazing. So as much as they look the same, that they still stand out. And they are just completely unique figures, and you can display them both. Oh, look at those little wings. We're going to take a closer look at those later. Oh, and the cute little tail. Actually, I can't remember. I don't think the original tail is painted, so let's just take a quick look. Yeah, so the original Wingnut does not have a painted tail. It's there, it's sculpted, but they decided to update that one and give it a little bit more color. I'm just fixing his stance a little bit. Out of the unboxing, his legs got a little bit all wonky, so we'll just fix that. And here is, I guess this is a double pack. I never really considered it a double pack because the original figure was just, you got both of them for the price of one. But now with NECA, in my opinion, you're really buying a deluxe figure, and Screwloose is kind of an add-on because Wingnut's got those gigantic wings. So definitely worth the price, but as far as a double pack, I'm not sure if I consider Screwloose a secondary character or not. So he's got 4 arms, all articulated. He's got the neck, ball joint on top, moves around. He's got some pretty nice dancing shoes on there. So he could hit the town, buzz it up a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a term, but he's a mosquito, so it's all buzz in my book. All right, so here are his bonus hands. We've got some holding hands for the gun that he comes with, and here are some claw hands. I really like these, so we're going to swap one of those guys out. Actually, that hand came off very easily. It's a little bit loose. It did fall off a little bit during the unboxing, but it popped right back in. So I'll just be a little bit careful if I'm doing stop motions with him, just that his arm not his arm, his hand falls off at the wrist. And let's pop on the holding hand so we could take a look how he looks with that gigantic gun. So some of the other NECA figures, they've got these giant guns, but they are smaller figures, so it's hard to stand them up with. But this figure, this Wingnut, is hefty. He is gigantic. He is weighted down. He has got a solid base. He could hold that gun with no issue. He could wave it all up in the air. So this is a perfect size gun for him. And he's got that trigger finger, which goes right in the trigger, which I say is appropriate since it's a trigger finger. And then they also come with this stand. I'm not a huge fan of plastic clear stands, but I will play with it, see how it works, but probably not going to display them with it or use it for stop motions. That's just my personal preference. But, we'll see. It's good to have a clear plastic stand around, I guess, if you need to prop up a flower or, you could use it for sunflowers. All right, so you got to put it together a little bit. It snaps into the peg, and it's got a little claw grabby on it. I believe that is a technical term. And I know this is not going to hold up Wingnut, so this obviously has to be for a Screwloose because Wingnut will just take that entire thing crashing down. So it looks like you can clasp the claspers around his tum-tum, and then it looks like he's flying, or if you want to pose him like above Wingnut in the air, it looks kind of cool. Actually, I'm not completely against it. It's not bad for display purposes if you put him behind it and you can hide the stand, but I also like the way that he just stands normally. He's not a tiny figure, so he could literally stand on his own. So, I don't know. I love these two. Like I said, I was excited about these two, and they are not disappointing. From articulation, he's got a little bit of the upper chest articulation. I would say very minimal on the ab crunch, but looking at his belly, he doesn't work out the ab too much. Oh, there goes the hand again. No! Okay, it looks like Wingnut might have just found out that Darth Vader was his father. Spoiler alert. From the articulation standpoint, the shoulders are a little bit limited because of those giant shoulder pads, but his neck, it's a little bit hunched over, but it's got some full range of motion on there for what you would expect. You could see the joints on the hips in there, but he's got a wide base, so you're not going to expect too much from those. And the ankle joints are really, really smooth. And for a kind of a top-heavy figure with these gigantic wings, he's got a pretty solid base, so he stands pretty well. And you can see the wings of this guy. He's got the little wings inside the mechanical wings. I guess the little wings weren't enough to have him fly with that big base of his, but it's just a comical figure. That's what I love about this one. It's got so much character in just the figure itself. So there's the character in the cartoon, there's the character in the comic, but really, this guy, all you need to know is just looking at him, he's just goofy. He is amazing. I would say this is probably one of my top NECA figures that I now have from the Ninja Turtles line. I absolutely love this guy, love the original. NECA did such a fantastic job with this one. I cannot wait to use him in more stop motions. And I forgot about the belt. The detail on the belt is just incredible. They actually changed it up a little bit from the original design, which actually has a little bit more detail. They make it more cartoonish, which, since this is the cartoon line, it makes so much sense. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.